Hey everybody, welcome. My name's Chris, and welcome to Daily Reflections with Chris. And I really want to get started already, so let's do that. But before I do that, I just want to introduce myself. My name's Chris, and welcome to my YouTube channel. What I do here is I read out of this Daily Reflections. And Daily Reflections is a reflection book. It's a daily one. Every day has a new entry. August 5th, August 6th. And so what I do here is I'll read the entry and I share about a little bit of my experience, strength, and hope on this entry, right? Just kind of like a guiding. I knew that I wanted to do this YouTube video for years now, but I never really did till this year. So I wanted to use the daily reflections as kind of like a little guide to help me share with you guys what I've learned through the process of recovery and what I'm still learning. So let's get started. Today is August the 6th. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. That's out of Alcoholics Anonymous, page 62. My selfishness was a driving force behind my drinking. I drank to celebrate success, and I drank to drown my sorrows. Humility is the answer. I learned to turn my will and my life over to the care of God. My sponsor tells me that service keeps me sober. Today I ask myself, have I sought knowledge of God's will for me? Have I done service for my AA group? So this book tells me a lot about the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and any 12-step recovery book will tell you a lot about me or about you, right? So what this book tells me about me is that I've been selfish this whole time, and that I've been driven by, though I'm selfish, I've been driven by fear, right? And that I step on the toes of others, that I'll do whatever it takes to get what I want, even if I have to hurt somebody, even if I have to lie about somebody, even if I have to talk about somebody, even if I have to make somebody look stupid, even if it meant lying, stealing, and cheating. That's what I did. That's what I used to be. That's who I used to be before I came into recovery. I was that person. And it took me a while to even admit that. I mean, like when I came in here, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know why she hid me. I don't know why they took me to jail. I don't know why people don't, it's like this victim mentality based on selfish actions on my part, that I was selfish, so I did things I wanted to succeed, so this is what I did. I wanted that girl, so this is what I did. I wanted that money, so this is what I did, right? So I did a lot of things that hurt other people and hurt myself too, right? So what's the answer? It says here that humility is the answer. Humility. Humility, it takes humility to ask God, what is it that you want from my life today? What can I do for you? Right? Because before that, I didn't have balance, I didn't have structure, I didn't have humility. All I had was Chris's way. And it was like Chris's way or the highway. And that was hard. It was hard for others and it was hard for me. And it took a while for me to come down from there. I mean, they really start talking about humility until the 7th step. And now we're talking about the 8th step. It takes humility for me to admit that even though I was drinking alone in my room at the end, I was in my room drinking myself to sleep every single day, I was still hurting people. I was hurting my mother, I was hurting my nieces, I was hurting my sister, I was hurting my workers, my co-workers, I was hurting those about me, right? Because even though while I was drinking, I was alone in my room, when I wasn't drinking, I was a mess. I was chaos. I was confused. I was hurting people. I was lying about people. I just said that and I'll say it again because that was true of me. And today, because of recovery, because of these steps, because I was able to get honest about it, that I could get honest about it today, that I somewhat still want the same things. I still want to grow. I still want the success. I still want the money. But now, if I'm really trying to live a program of recovery now, it's important for me to ask God what it is He wants for me in this life. It's important for me to talk to my sponsor and take his suggestions. It's important for me to do what works. They told me a long time ago when I got here, if you don't like where you're at, then you need to do something different, right? So today, if I get into this space where I'm not feeling quite right, there's something's not quite right, and I'm finding myself wanting to do those old behaviors, I bring myself back and I say, Chris, what's going on here? I talked to my sponsor. I was able to talk to my sponsor a few hours ago. I have a sponsor now. I went about a month or two without a sponsor, and it wasn't hard at first, but here lately it's been a little rough going, because I didn't have anybody to process my thoughts with. I was just holding on to him and holding on to him and holding on to him. And it's hard for me to get on these videos and share some experience, strength, and hope when I don't have any, right? And I don't have experience, strength, and hope if I'm still in resentments, if I'm still not sure about this God thing, if I'm still like trying to do things on my own. So I got me a sponsor today, and we talked a little bit what was going on in my life, and he helped me to see that what I really had was lack of gratitude. I had lack of gratitude. He said, Chris, you're from the United States. You know English. You know Spanish. You're educated. You have a job. You have 2 jobs. He said, if you wanted to quit one job, go quit it. Quit both jobs. He says, you have everything it takes to get another job. He says, what are you worried about? You have your 2 arms, your 2 legs, your 2 feet. You have a mind that works. You haven't drank today. You're helping others. You have a message. You're doing service work. What are you complaining about? And I said, well, I have this idea that if I'm not successful, that I'm not worth being in a relationship. Or I have this idea if I don't make enough money, that I'm not really in recovery. I'm not really in recovery. I'm not recovering. And he says, man, sounds like you're getting way too far ahead in the future. And this is a 1 day at a time program, Chris. He says, this is a 1 day at a program. Yes, you want that stuff, but take it easy on yourself. Don't be making yourself feel bad because you don't have that stuff. You just don't have it right now. He said, stay in today. Stay in the moment. He says, go home, take a shower. He says, and don't get weary. I said, okay. I said, I'll text you later. He said, text me. Let's hang out. Let's do something. Right? And he speaks Spanish, but I can understand what he's saying, and he can understand what I'm saying, even though I say it kind of a little bit a medias, right? A little bit half. But I'm getting better. And that's what I wanted, was to practice to get better. So anyway, so back to this, back to the humility. You know, they talk about a lot in this program about spiritual balance, emotional balance, physical balance, right? It's not too much of this, not too much of that, because that's what I used to be, right? I was self-deluded. I was self-seeking. I stepped on the toes of others. I was selfish or kind. I was mean or nice. Or should I say mean or nice? Whatever. You know, I was those extreme. I had to be one or the other. I couldn't be in the middle. Well, what's in the middle? Humility is in the middle. That's what I learned through this program. One day I was thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, it makes sense now. Humility is balance. Humility is the middle. Humility is saying, yes, I want those things, but guess what? I might need some work to do. I might need some training. I might need to just not do nothing. But I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about people. I'm not going to lie about people. I'm not going to manipulate the situation. I'm just going to let God do what God does, and I'm going to do what Chris does best. And what does Chris do best? He's Chris. He's Chris. So folks, I'm really excited to be here with you today. I'm really excited to have options in my life. I'm excited to have more than one thing to do today when I get off this video. I'm excited that I have a solution that works. I'm excited I got sponsored now. I'm excited I got friends that kept pushing me to get a sponsor. I'm excited that I can open up my book whenever I want at any time and just start reading and apply what I've learned to all areas of my life, whether it be at work, in relationship, in my group, in my service work, and my daily life, at just doing what humans do, like co-create and hang out and walk this earth. So I know how to do that really good. Sometimes I get into some little hiccups, to keep it light. But for the most part, life is good. It's not where I want it, that's for sure. But it's really, really good. And that's all right. I can take that today. And I'm going to end with this. But, 2 days ago, somebody told me, Chris, it sounds like you're trying to get ahead of yourself. I didn't take that really good. Yesterday, somebody mentioned the same thing, that I wanted things too fast. I said, that's strange. Somebody said that to me a while ago. And then today, my sponsor says, Chris, you're going way too far in the future. Confirmation. 3 times I've been told the same thing. So guess what? Chris has decided to step back and let God take the wheel and stop trying to drive, stop trying to do this all by myself, right? Because there's some things that I will have to do. I do have to fill out the application. I do have to go to the interview. I do have to make the phone call. I do have to treat my partner with respect. I do have to show up to work. I do have to cash my check. There's things that I still have to do now in adulthood that I didn't have to do as a child. But there's a lot of things that are moving around in this world, that are happening in this world, that it's all right if I let God do it. And I know that's a touchy subject right now because the world's not that great. But in my world, Chris's world, as soon as I get my hands in it, I start making a mess. And I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do that with the relationship. I don't want to do that with my work. I don't want to do that with my life, because my life is good. And I know from past experience that in time I will know the exact right answer, and I will have the courage to take action. I've been there before a million times. I'm here, I'm acting, I'm feeling like I ain't never been there. I'm feeling like this ain't never gonna end. I'm feeling like, I did it again. I'm feeling like, seriously, I'm feeling like, what am I not doing right, God? Where am I going wrong here? And silence. I hear silence. Because I haven't asked him anything. I haven't asked him, God, what's my next step? God, where should I go? God. Why is that important? I know I'm trying to make this video short, but I'm thinking, why is that important? Why is it important to ask God for every single move if I already know, if I'm smart and I've already been in the program for a long time? Well, right off the top of my head, I'll say 1, it takes a load off of me. 2, it ends confusion. And 3, it brings about way greater things than anything that I had ever even imagined or thought of. I mean, like, he has the whoa factor. He woes me every single time. When he comes around, it's not a coincidence. Like, whoa, I can't believe that just happened. I just saw it happen. I saw it happen last night. And other people, I see it happen. So I know it's real. And I know that the less I try to do to control everything, the better my life is, and the more relaxing it is. Could I go and make decisions? Yeah, I can. Doesn't mean they're going to be the right ones. Could I go and take action? A lot of it? Yeah, I got a lot of action to take. But that's just like me painting myself into a corner. I have a brain, I know. And my brain says, leave it up to God today, Chris. And that's all right. Your brain might not say the same thing. That's okay too. We might be different, which I think we are. But for the most part, if you're in recovery and you're listening to me, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's not easy some days, and some days it's like so amazing. And we all have those times, ups and downs, ebbs and flows, they call them. But we're on a ride, and a ride would be boring without them. A ride would be stale. We're just going straight in a straight line. Your experience counts for something. So don't give it up and don't lose your experience. Have a wonderful day, folks. Thank you again for your time, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.